how well do you truly know yourself? In this day and age, technology has helped us to progress forward, but we've only uncovered the surface level in human psychology. What lies beneath our head is still basically unknown. Despite decades of research and technological advancements, scientists continue to discover new complexities and mysteries about our brain. In fact, many experts believe that the brain may be the most complex and least understood organ in the human body. So while we have made significant progress, there is still much more to learn about how our brain works. Sigmund Freud is known as the father of psychoanalysis, a field of study that has deeply influenced our understanding of the human mind and behavior. His ideas and theories have been both praised and criticized, but one thing is for sure: Freud's wisdom has stood the test of time. His theories and ideas have had a profound impact on our understanding of the human psyche, and his work continues to shape the way we think about mental health and well-being. Today, I will give you one of the most famous quotes from the man himself in order for us to know a little bit more about ourselves. The mind is like an iceberg. It floats with 1/7 of its bulk above water. You know, in movies where the main character has some sort of fear on a specific object, but he doesn't know the reason why he's experiencing the sudden feeling of dread all over his body. Then in the middle of the story, we get to know the deeper reason why. Mostly, these kinds of things happen in childhood or a trauma so intense that our brain actually deletes the whole thing happening just to protect you. This quote speaks to the idea that there is much more to our psyche than what we can see on the surface. Freud believes that our unconscious mind holds our deepest desires, fears, and memories, and that exploring these hidden aspects of ourselves is key to understanding our behavior and emotions. One of the first steps to understanding yourself is to engage in self-reflection. This involves taking the time to explore your thoughts, emotions, and experiences, and gaining insight into your own patterns of behavior. I personally do journaling, therapy, and meditation, as they are all effective ways to facilitate self-reflection and gain a deeper understanding of yourself. Another important aspect of understanding yourself is to identify your strengths and weaknesses. Knowing what you're good at and what you need to improve can help you make informed decisions about your career, relationships, and personal growth. It can also help you focus on your strengths and use them to achieve your goals. Understanding your values and priorities can help you make decisions that align your personal beliefs and bring greater fulfillment to your life. Take the time to identify what matters most to you and make choices that support those values. So if you are overwhelmed, just remember that you're only seeing the tip of the iceberg. Where ID was, there shall ego be. In other words, don't be too hard on yourself for having primitive desires. Just try to balance them with your sense of morality. Joking aside first, let's discuss what an idea is. An idea is the primitive and instinctive component of personality. It's a part of the unconscious that contains all the strong desires and impulses, including what is called the sex drive, a kind of generalized sexual energy that is used for everything from survival instincts to appreciation of art. The idea is also the stubborn part of you because all it wants are the things that make you feel good, like food, sex, alcohol, parties, and many more. This quote refers to Freud's concept of the idea, ego and superego. The idea represents our primitive desires and impulses, while the superego represents our moral conscience. The ego is the mediator between the two, balancing our desires with our sense of morality. Now we need to know all of this because we live in an era where you can get pleasures instantly. If you need food, you can just pull out your phone and order Uber Eats. We can buy things from across the globe and have them delivered by Friday. These are one of the many instant pleasures out there, and we all know that too much of a good thing is too much. Our brain gets desensitized by all these stuff, and before you know it, the things that make you happy doesn't seem to make you happy anymore because of the overload sensation. My friends, what we need is to hold true on our values and practice delayed gratification. Most people do not really want freedom because freedom involves responsibility, and most people are frightened of responsibility. Basically, we all want to be in charge, but nobody wants to do the work. This is one of my favorite quotes so far because of how straightforward, powerful, and real this quote is. This quote speaks to the idea that true freedom requires us to take responsibility for our actions and decisions. Many people may claim to desire freedom, but in reality, they may be afraid of the consequences that come along with their own choices. Improving yourself is never an easy journey. It requires hard work, dedication, and willingness to push yourself beyond your limits. But the rewards of self-improvement are immeasurable, and you can lead to a more fulfilling and meaningful life. I had always been a mediocre student in school and never felt particularly motivated to succeed. But as I grew older, I began to realize that I wasn't satisfied with my life. I was stuck in a dead-end job and lacked the skills and knowledge to pursue the career I really wanted. Improving yourself is hard, but the rewards are priceless. When you push yourself to be the best version of yourself, you open up new doors and opportunities in life. You gain a sense of confidence and self-worth that can carry you through even the toughest times. So if you're struggling with self-improvement, remember John's story and keep pushing forward. The rewards will be well worth the effort. I knew that I needed to make a change, so I spent my extra hours studying, attending online classes, and got certified. I know, it wasn't easy, and there were many times when it felt like crap because I'm working on a new skill, and sometimes I even have to sacrifice sleep at the same time I'm doing my 9-to-5 job. But I kept pushing myself, one step at a time. Eventually, I was able to curate the skills I needed and landed a new job that offered 4 times what I'm earning. I was finally doing the work that I feel I'm passionate about and felt fulfilled in my work for the first time. Love and work. Work and love. That's all there is. This quote speaks to the importance of love and work in our lives. Freud believes that these two pursuits were essential to our well-being, and that finding fulfillment in both areas was key to a happy and successful life. Loving your work is incredibly important for several reasons. First and foremost, it can bring a sense of fulfillment and purpose to your life. When you enjoy what you do, you are more likely to feel a sense of accomplishment and satisfaction in your work. This can lead to a greater overall happiness and well-being. Additionally, loving your work can lead to greater productivity and success. When you are passionate about your job, you are more likely to be motivated and engaged in your work. This can lead to higher quality work, increased creativity, and more innovative ideas. This also has positive effects on your personal relationships. When you are happy and fulfilled in your work, you are more likely to bring a positive attitude and energy to your interactions with others. I was able to invest more in my skills to improve because I love what I do. Thus, you create a snowball effect of good habits that's beneficial to your life. On the other hand, not loving your work can have negative consequences on your mental and emotional health. It can lead to feelings of boredom, frustration, and burnout, which can take a toll on your overall well-being. So if you are not in love with your job, you're only halfway there. Sometimes a cigar is just a cigar. This quote has become one of Freud's most famous sayings, and it speaks to the idea that not everything is symbolic or meaningful. Freud was known for his interpretation of dreams and other behaviors, but this quote suggests that sometimes things may be exactly what they appear to be. This strongly resonates with the word overthinking. It's a common trap that many of us fall into. We analyze situations over and over again, worrying about every possible outcome and stressing ourselves out in the process. But the truth is, overthinking rarely leads to positive outcomes. In fact, it can often make things worse. Overthinking can negatively impact your mental health. Constantly ruminating on negative thoughts and worst-case scenarios can lead to anxiety, depression, and other mental health issues. It is important to recognize when you're starting to spiral into overthinking and take steps to interrupt that pattern. Practice mindfulness and focus on the present. When you are fully engaged in the present, you are less likely to get caught up in worry and anxiety about the future or in the past. Another strategy is to set boundaries about your thoughts and give yourself permission to take a break from analyzing a situation. So every time you overthink, I want you to remember this quote. Sometimes a cigar is just a cigar, and sometimes it's just a really good cigar. So my friends, what did we learn? Practice self-reflection, do delayed gratification, and continue to improve yourself, find your passion, and don't overthink. Sigmund Freud's work has had a profound impact on our understanding of the human psyche. His theories and ideas continue to shape the way we think about mental health and well-being. By exploring the hidden depths of our unconscious mind, balancing our desires with our sense of morality, and finding fulfillment in love and work, Freud believed that we could live more fulfilling and meaningful lives. If you are new here, hello and welcome to Motivation Matters Most. Here in this channel, we talk about self-improvement and motivation with different stories to go along with it in order for you to find success in life. If this is something you're into, consider hitting the subscribe button and ring the bell icon so you can be updated on our next upload. With all that being said, work hard in silence and let your silence be your noise. See you!